Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicholas, like the saint. My last name is Pizzuti. With a last name like Pizzuti, usually I get a series of questions. One of them being, how do you spell that? And I try to act so cool when asked this. I'm like, it's P-I as in Magnum, Z-Z as in top, U-T-I. Really painted myself in a corner here, haven't I? Urinary tract. Another question that I get a lot, is that Italian? Are you Italian? And my response is the same every single time. No, bitch, it's Italian, not Italian. Based off of that logic, I'm assuming you believe Adolf Hitler was German? Or perhaps I could talk you into some hot anal. I know, Adolf Hitler wasn't German, he was Austrian. Another question that I get a lot is, do you speak any Italian? And my response to that is, yes, but I need to take in consideration, my grandfather was one of those pissed off old Italians, walked around muttering racial slurs and cuss words all day long. Yeah, so I can't tell you how beautiful you look tonight, or what a great time I had, but I can tell you to suck my dick. Or I could wish death upon your whole race. Thanks, Grandpa. That should go far as a second language on my resume. Dick. I grew up in special ed. Where are all my special ed people at? Let me hear you scream. Yay! I'm 50% deaf. I have ADD. I have scoliosis. I have a birdcage chest, and I'm epileptic, which means I have seizures. There was literally a sign in front of my parents' house growing up that said, "Slow children at play." I see some of you took a minute. Who's slow now? At one point, I had a helmet, a retainer, and a back brace. Yeah, so I was like slaying it in the friends department, as you can imagine. Showing up to school every day looking like a contestant on American Gladiator. Like, what? But the true highlight of every single day was getting off the short yellow bus, AKA the struggle bus, where I was greeted by a whole gaggle of students pointing and laughing at me, asking me questions like, what flavor's your window? I step off the bus all proud, I'm like, boogers. Luckily for me though, my disabilities actually played to my advantage in this scenario. I'm 50% deaf, so half the shit they were talking, I didn't even hear. I have ADD, most of it, I didn't even pay attention to. And I'm epileptic, which means I have the natural ability to shake things off. If I did get mad, I just bit my tongue. I figure it was nothing to piss my pants over. It's a real motherfucker is a fully adult male trying to explain to females that I might piss the bed because of my seizures. So I just lie to them and I tell them I'm a squirter. I always wanted to go to a religious healer for my epilepsy, but then I got nervous because how does that exactly work? When I go up there and he slaps me in the head and says, "Let the demons be gone," do I go into a seizure or do I not? Anybody have a problem sleeping out there? Sleeping issues? Yeah. See, that's ironic to me because being epileptic, I can pass out whenever. I'm always scared when I do those series of epileptic jokes that I go into a seizure and you guys are like, wow, he is really committed to that joke. Oh man, what else? I've been doing comedy a minute now, and people have a tendency of coming up to me after the shows and telling me who and what I look like. I've heard some pretty clever ones. The most common one I get is Aaron Rodgers. I had to do the discount double check to confirm it. Another one that I heard that I thought was pretty clever was Walmart Wolverine. Rambo. Hey, yo. But the best one that I heard this far is somebody came up to me and actually said this to my face. They go, "You look like a businessman whose business just went out of business." Somebody laughed a little too hard at that. You're making me feel uncomfortable now. I know I make a lot of jokes about growing up in special ed and special needs, and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I mean this. I hope we have the ability to joke about things like this. And even more so, I hope we have the ability to laugh about such things. With that being said, I'm pretty sure after this next joke, you're going to think I'm an asshole. My friend and I were walking into a restaurant one day, and as we were walking into the restaurant, there was this autistic kid sitting out front, rocking to and fro. And as I walked by him, he let out this groan, and it sounded something like this. And without missing a beat, I turned to my friend at the time and I go, "We come from the land of the ice and the snow from the midnight sun." See, the beautiful thing about that joke, to justify it, is next time you guys walk by somebody with a disability and they moan at you, and that song goes through your head, you're just as much of a prick as I am. To justify that joke a little bit more, you want to know what my bully used to sing to me on a day-to-day basis? It's too clever and too funny for me not to laugh at because of my epilepsy, and he just changed the words up ever so slightly. "Shake" by the Casey and the Sunshine Band. So if you're familiar with the song, join in. If you don't, just follow my lead. It goes, "Shake, shake, shake. Nick Pizzuti." I'm recently divorced. No one's ever. Why'd you laugh at that? That's just it's just like, that adds up. Being divorced made me realize one thing about myself, and that's how bad I suck at being single. So I've actually devised my top 5 best worst pickup lines. Number 5 best worst pickup line. "Ma'am, up here, why don't you make like a Kit Kat bar and break me off a piece of that?" Number 2 best worst pickup line. "You're just asking for it there, cowboy girl." I'm sorry. "Do you brush and floss every day? Because you have the nicest smile I had ever wanted to come across." I know, that was in poor taste. I hadn't been eating my pineapple. Number 3 best worst pickup line. "Ma'am, over here, I see you wear glasses. If you ever need anybody to hook you up, I can hook you up with Pearl Vision." I said they were the best worst pickup lines, not the best pickup lines, okay? Now let's be honest, if pickup lines work on you, you're kind of a slut. Where are we at? Number 2 best worst pickup line. "Ma'am, over here, I would like to treat you like my big toe and bang you on every piece of furniture in my house." And my number 1 best worst pickup line. Let's go to some masculine dude and make things uncomfortable for him. My best worst pickup line. I need you on this one. "Can you hold your breath for 9 inches long?" Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my time. I leave you with my words of wisdom. My words of wisdom are, you can pee in the shower, but don't poop in the tub. To all my people out there with epilepsy, seize the day.
Dead grandmother's basement. I just talked to her in the bathroom. She gave me shit about being almost 50 and wearing a fluorescent bra with a see-through shirt on stage. Yeah. My mother-in-law also gave me some shit yesterday. I went over there and she was like, "You look tired." I said, "Oh, it's because I forgot to wear mascara." I really wanted to tell her the truth. You want to know what the truth is? "Oh, it's because I rode your son hard before I came over." Yeah. I am a weird combination of things ethnically. I'm actually half Polish, and I'm half Syrian. Yeah, they met in a bowling alley. I'm a Polish Arab, a po-rag. There's a lot of stereotypes. Yeah, I can belly dance, but only to polka. That song, Roll Out the Barrel, it's appropriate for what happens when I take off my Spanx. I like to refer to myself as a dumb terrorist. Stay with me. If I were part of 9/11, the Arab in me would have been all in, but the Polak would have showed up on 9/12. Dinners were weird at my house growing up. We'd have things like sauerkraut and hummus in the same meal. That's a lot of gas. Some nights it was so much gas I thought I might blow up. Like I sent a tiny little suicide bomber to my belly. I have no interest in being a suicide bomber. Don't look under your chairs. Even a Polak is smart enough to know that a woman doesn't want 72 virgins. I can make that joke because I'm Polish. Yeah, so my everyday job is that I'm an actor and a model. People always think they know me from somewhere, and I'm like, no, you just saw me in a Sam Bernstein commercial. My line was, the Sam Bernstein law firm, they treated me like family. Yeah, they never gave me my money. Yeah, so I find that people do stare at me sometimes when I'm out, and I like to think, oh, it's just because they think they know me, or maybe because I'm pretty, I don't know. But there is always that one weird, creepy guy that just likes to stare at women. Yeah, that's true. So the women that I work with, they don't eat. They say things like, I can't eat that, that's too rich for me. Bitch, please. That's like saying my husband's too rich. Or my teenage son's room smells too fresh. Or my Xanax makes me too relaxed around my judgmental in-laws. Let's get real. I like sweets so much that I'd probably eat ass if we could figure out how to cover it in that crunchy stuff on top of creme brulee. I just need a mini blowtorch. And some sugar. And an ass. Preferably a clean one. I've been hired for some weird jobs. Recently I was hired to shoot at a spa. And I was a little nervous because you can't wear Spanx under a bikini. But the director told me I was only hired to be the hands in the massage shoot. And it was the best paying hand job I've ever done. Okay, the second best. Yeah, what else do I have? So I tried to spice up my relationship with my husband recently. We've been married 21 years next month. I was 5. Yeah, and recently I bought us some edible underwear. Yeah, but I'll be honest, when I opened it, it looked like an adult fruit roll-up. So I ate it before anyone had a chance to put it on. I hate when women are cute with their words. They call their best friends besties and their husbands hubbies. Then they bring the shit into the bedroom. They call their blowjobs blowies. Gonna give my hubby a blowy tonight. Yay! Yeah, what do these women call anal? Buttsies. Alan always asks for blowies and buttsies on his birthday. I mean, to be honest, these women, they're not the type of women to do anal. Could you imagine? Oopsies, got some feces on my faces. That's what she gets for doing buttsies before blowies. Get it right, lady. So, like Nick Pizzuti, I also have ADHD. Yay! I was a super fat kid. I was really fat, and I went to Catholic school. And when the nuns got sick of me, they would all team up and physically push my desk out into the hallway with me in it. Yeah, nowadays, kids are so lucky. Kids that have ADHD, they get medicine to help them focus and be less socially awkward. They also, teachers make other kids be friends with them. It's so unfair. It really is. My son should have to sit alone in the cafeteria and become an alcoholic like I did. I'm Robin Gillerin. That's what I've got for you guys tonight. Thank you so much. I also know how to put it in.
Hey, Grand Rapids, how you doing? My wife was up here earlier, and my mother-in-law saw me the other day, and she said, "You look tired." And I said, I didn't put on mascara. She's like, "I'm not buying that. You were fucking my daughter." I said, "Yes, I was. Loaded for an hour." I had a good ride in here. First time in here, actually. I saw a sign, an actual billboard on 96 that said chocolate wine. It's like, fuck, how much wine you gotta drink before you decide to start making chocolate wine, man? It's a lot of fucking wine before you start making that shit, right? I don't know. You guys had a good summer? Who's had a good summer? I heard earlier there was nobody was there. Last week I took my kids to the wave pool. I don't know if you guys been to a wave pool, like a big public thing, And a wave pool is basically if they flooded a Walmart. That's what you get. A wave pool, yeah. I've been told by a lot of people I look like a country music star, the guy from The Voice, Blake Shelton. I don't know if you can see that or not. I gotta take off my glasses. Sometimes I do. I look like Blake Shelton if he didn't finish puberty. I look like Blake Shelton if he hated country music. I am a dad. I had a proud dad moment recently. My oldest son got his 10-year sobriety chip from AA. Yeah, thanks. He's 13. Right, I know. It's kind of weird. Those were some terrible twos, you know what I'm talking about? The worst thing was when we caught him with tequila in one of those Diego the Explorer sippy cups. We were like, we got a problem here. So we had this timeout that turned into an intervention. And it was just an intervention with a bunch of his stuffed toys around him. And at the time he was into Sesame Street, so like over here we had Kermit the Frog, was telling him like, "Hey ho, you have a problem, yay!" Then over here we had Cookie Monster, and he'd be like, "Me no like you when you drunk." Me go nom nom nom, you go glug glug glug. And then over here, of course, we had Elmo, and he's like, "Elmo's not tickled by your self-destructive behavior." Yeah. It was weird because the whole thing turned to an intervention for Cookie Monster about his cookie addiction, He's like, "Me don't have problem. Me monster." No, but he's 13 now. He's got a poster in his room. Instead of like a sports athlete, he's got a poster that says, "It's not 5 o'clock anywhere." Like a Jimmy Buffett reference there, if you want to think about that for a second. Yeah, right? Yeah. My kids are into this thing Snapchat now. I don't know if you've seen this, they like FaceTiming with their friends, and then they like do this thing on the app where they change their face to like cats or like unicorns, and I looked at it, they're showing it to me, and I was like, that's stupid, man. We had this app 30 years ago when I was in college. We called it acid. Too bad you couldn't swipe someone's face back to normal with that app. But wait out the prerequisite 8 hours. I don't know. All this shit my kids do, everything's weird nowadays, like all cancel culture, like Mr. Potato Head is no longer Mr. Potato Head, he's just Potato Head. It's so stupid. And it's had a ripple effect. My favorite band from the 1980s, Mr. had to change their name. Yeah, they now go by... Sit on that joke for a moment there, Donald Trump, you guys heard of him? Yeah, he's coming out with his presidential memoirs. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about this. It's going to be a coloring book. And it's going to come with a single crayon. You know, I can hear him touting it. You know, like it's going to be the most tremendous coloring book ever. It comes with a crayon. It's free. It's orange. Annoying orange. Most tremendous color of orange ever. Buy my memoirs, you can color inside the lines, outside lines, whatever you want to do. In all fairness though, Joe Biden's going to have to come out with his presidential memoirs eventually, right? And we all know that book's going to be a scratch and sniff. Not a hustler scratch and sniff. You guys are groaners tonight, I can tell. It's okay. Get ready for this one then, okay? Each page a different scent of shampoo. Page 1, Pantene. Page 2, Herbal Essence. Page 3, Johnson & Johnson Baby Shampoo. That's a good fucking find. That's a good fucking line. You know it. I was reading the Bible the other day. Here's got some Bible thumpers around here, I'm sure. I was reading the story about thumping that fucking Bible. Thump the shit out of that Bible. I was reading the story about Sodom and Gomorrah. You guys remember that? 2 wicked cities that God destroyed for their wickedness, their evil ways, you know? Sodom, as we know, we got the word sodomy and sodomize from that fucking place. Kind of seems to me like Gomorrah got off kind of easy. Think about it, you know? I mean, you may not like it, but at least you know what's happening to you when you're getting sodomized. What the fuck's going on when you're getting Gomorrah'd? You know? You could ask the people of Gomorrah, you know, like, hey, why was your city destroyed? What were you guys doing? And they'd be like, not anal. And I leave the answer up to you guys. I'm not going to fill in the blanks for that, you know. I had a rabbi come up to me and he's like, the people of Gomorrah were doing evil, wicked things. They were worshiping gold statues. And then they were putting smaller gold statues up their ass. That's what Gomorrah. Maybe Gomorrah was just doing a lot of prostate exams. Okay, I'm just using this joke as a bridge to get into jokes about prostate exams because that's really what I want to talk about. I'm actually a urologist full-time, so like I do prostate exams all the time, you know. I get a lot of nicknames. I get called the phallus cowboy, urethra Franklin. I've actually been doing it about 20 years. I've actually done the math, okay? I think I've done about 20,000 prostate exams. Yeah, so like if this finger could talk, it would be like, please stop. I'm begging you. Like, you had like 9 other fingers, and it's always me. Always me, man. I'm sending my kids to college on this finger, man. My son said he wants to go to Brown. Come on back for a second. Hey, listen, the punchline was either that or I was going to send him to Prostate University. Come on, Brown's a much better punchline. We got to admit that, right? I think I wish I had kept track of like how many prostate exams I did. So when I got to like number 10,000, we could make it a big event, like at a grocery store, you know? Guy's over here, bent over, he's got his pants down to his ankles, and all of a sudden a bunch of confetti and balloons falls down from the ceiling. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Did I win something? Scholarship to Brown. That's right. Yeah, a lot of guys get weirded out about prostate exams. They think it's kind of gay. I'm like, there's nothing gay about getting screened for something serious like prostate cancer. Unless both of my hands are on your hips during the exam, then it's pretty fucking gay at that point. Like a word of advice, if you go to a urologist's office and he's wearing like a black leather lab coat and no shirt, get the fuck out of there, you know? You're gonna get the most intense prostate exam you've ever had. You know? I like when I do an exam for a cop, you know, and I like get to tell them like, hey, assume the position, you know. And I say, you have the right to remain silent. They usually do. Best is when I plant some drugs in there, you know, like, oh, look what we found, a bag of cocaine in here. He's like, hey, that's not mine. I'll leave you on this. One time I had a guy pass out, dead serious, pass out in the middle of a prostate exam. He was 290 pounds. And for a brief moment, that man was in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's largest finger puppet. All right, guys, I'm Jason Gillerin. should have stopped on the top of it. Thank you. Grand Rapids, give it up.